Welcome to the Explainer. So if you've ever upgraded an off-grid solar setup or, say, an RV battery bank, you absolutely know that thrill of finally switching over to lithium power. You do all the research, you buy the expensive gear, you hook the whole shebang up, but then frustration hits. You go to blend a smoothie or turn on the AC, and your supposedly upgraded state-of-the-art system just goes completely dark. Today, we're going to demystify these incredibly frustrating blackouts and explore exactly what is going on between your battery and your inverter.
I mean, it's the very first thing you ask yourself, isn't it? You've spent really good money, you've carefully installed everything, and the second a heavy load kicks on, the system just dies. It's totally natural to wonder, did I get a defective unit? Is my brand new lithium battery actually broken?
Well, take a breath, because the reassuring answer is probably not. We really need to shatter this defective equipment myth right out of the gate. In the vast majority of cases, your battery is perfectly fine and your inverter is perfectly fine too. What you actually have on your hands is a classic communication problem. Quite simply, your inverter and your lithium battery are speaking two entirely different languages, and neither one has a translator.
So, here is how we're going to untangle this mystery today. We'll start with the broken equipment myth, then look at the voltage curve illusion, dive into the communication gap, check out surges and stress triggers, and finally, wrap it up by building a match system.
All right, let's jump right into that first point, why these upgrades seem to fail, and why we're so quick to blame the equipment.
To figure out the root cause, we first have to look at the symptoms. If you've been through this upgrade process, you know the pain all too well. We're talking about the inverter shutting down entirely out of nowhere, battery percentages jumping around wildly, abysmal runtime, or the whole system crashing the exact second your fridge kicks on. These are extremely common pain points. And, spoiler alert, it is almost never a broken part causing them.
Okay, so if it's not broken gear, what is it? That brings us to the voltage curve illusion. It's all about a slope versus a cliff.
This illusion is the primary reason your older inverter completely misjudges the situation. It all comes down to a stark contrast in how these two battery chemistries actually hold their voltage. See, traditional lead-acid acts like a gradual slope. As the energy drains, the voltage steadily declines. Easy, right? Older inverters are programmed to use that specific slope to guess how much capacity is left. But lithium iron phosphate, it plays by entirely different rules. It maintains a super stable, completely flat voltage profile right up until it drops off a steep cliff at the very end of its capacity.
Because of this cliff, the inverter gets totally tricked. It's like the source material says, an inverter using lead-acid assumptions can become confused by this behavior. It may estimate battery state incorrectly or trigger low-voltage warnings too early. It's desperately looking for that gradual slope, so when it sees a flat line that suddenly vanishes off a cliff, it absolutely panics. It throws an error, and of course, you falsely assume the battery is dead.
Now, let's talk about the communication gap, which creates a massive blind spot in your system. To really understand this blind spot, we need to introduce the hidden brain of your setup, the battery management system, or BMS for short. The BMS is an internal component that rigorously protects the delicate lithium cells inside that battery casing. It is constantly monitoring voltage, current, temperature, and cell balance. Honestly, it's protecting the battery brilliantly. But the catch is, it operates entirely behind the scenes.
And this right here is the very heart of the communication gap. Think of it like this. The BMS has a high-definition picture of your battery's health. It sees cell temperature, balance, individual cell voltage, precise current limits, and any internal faults. But what does your inverter see? Total battery voltage. That's it. Literally, absolutely nothing else. That is the blind spot. The inverter is flying blind, having absolutely no idea what the BMS is thinking, feeling, or preparing to do.
So what happens when that blind spot meets real-world demands? We hit the breaking point with surges and stress triggers.
This blind spot leads to a very rapid chain reaction during a real-world failure. Let's walk through a typical shutdown scenario. Step 1, an appliance surges. Maybe your refrigerator compressor kicks on. Step 2, this creates a massive current spike that demands instant power from the battery. Step 3, if that current spike exceeds the internal safety limits of the BMS does its job. It instantly disconnects the battery to protect the lithium cells. And finally, step 4, the inverter, which remember only ever monitors total voltage, suddenly sees zero voltage. It panics, triggers an alarm, and shuts down entirely. To you, it looks like a perfectly healthy inverter just shutting off for no reason, but it's really just reacting to the BMS doing its job to protect the system.
But appliance surges aren't the only trigger here. We also have to look at the math of the wires themselves.
Think back to basic physics. Voltage drop equals current multiplied by resistance. As the current increases during a heavy load, long or exceptionally thin cables create a significant voltage drop. And because the inverter is only looking at the voltage arriving at its own terminals, this drop totally tricks the inverter into thinking the battery itself is empty. It triggers a false low battery alarm, even though the battery actually has plenty of juice left. Wild, right?
Aside from the wiring, there are other hidden stressors triggering these nuisance disconnects. Are you using default lead-acid charging profiles? Well, you're undercharging your system. Left the equalization settings enabled? You're actively stressing out your lithium cells. Throw in an undersized BMS that can't handle startup loads or incorrect low-voltage cutoffs, and you have built yourself a highly stressed system that is just begging to shut down.
But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Let's talk about building a matched system and getting that harmony restored.
Fortunately, we can fix this by treating your setup as a unified ecosystem rather than just isolated parts bolted to a wall. Here is your ultimate checklist to achieve that seamless harmony. First, verify your inverter actually supports lithium charging profiles. Second, manually set those low voltage cutoff limits to account for that lithium cliff we talked about earlier. Third, completely disable all equalization routines. Lithium doesn't need it. Fourth, ensure your BMS peak current can actually handle your inverter's maximum surge. And finally, use short, thick cables to kill that tricky voltage drop once and for all.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. Take a good look at your components and ask yourself this: is your solar system truly compatible, or is it just wired together? Understanding the invisible conversations, and more importantly, the blind spots, between your BMS and your inverter is absolutely the key to reliable, long-lasting off-grid power. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring the fascinating mechanics behind the technology we rely on every single day.